How's it going, everybody? This is Nate Ruvin coming to you from my studio in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Today, I would like to discuss 3 lessons I would share with my younger self when I was just starting out as a producer. If I could step in a time machine and go to young Nate who's producing his first few songs, this is what I would want to tell him. And if you're just starting out your journey as a producer or as a musician, this is what I would like to tell you. My first lesson is that in the context of your musical career and your journey, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be frightened. Most of the biggest moments in my career thus far, I was terrified. Whether I was performing for thousands or going out of state to work with artists who I deeply respect. Frankly, I was scared during all of those moments. I'd be lying to you if I said that I didn't have self-doubt. The low points of my career have been when I've gotten too comfortable. And the highlights of my career have been when I've been pushing myself to do something that maybe I even doubted that I was capable of doing so. But that's the thing. You have to push yourself. You have to break the boundaries that you create. You have to break the walls that you build up around yourself. That's how you level up in this game. The next lesson I would like to share is don't rush releases. If I look back over a decade plus of producing records, I've been in more sessions than I care to admit, where we're up midnight the night before an album is supposed to be released making last minute changes. And now that I'm older, I just see that's not the way to do it. Frankly, I'd say it's worth it to push a release date back if it means that you can create the best music possible. Fans and critics alike care more about the quality of the music than the day it was released on. Yes, deadlines are great because they keep you accountable. I'm not denying that. But this isn't something that's solely statistical or solely a business. Yes, it's the music business and there's absolutely business involved. But this is art we're talking about. And art and deadlines sort of mix like oil and vinegar. So artistically speaking, my recommendation would be to give yourself enough time to create a product you're satisfied with. I'm not saying to have no goalposts whatsoever. Just don't pigeon yourself into a specific day that you want to have something done, only to find that you ended up needing more time. Like I said, I think fans and critics alike are both more concerned with the quality of the music itself over the day or week that it was released. The day or week all of my favorite records came out have no bearing on my love for that music. They could have come out a month earlier or a month later and I'd love them just as much. So at this point, I try to apply that principle into my music production when I'm working with clients and help them see the bigger picture. The last lesson I would share with my younger self when I was beginning my journey as a producer is to always do the research. The research never ends. What do you have to research? Personally, I'd say you have to be well informed on the genres that you produce. And frankly, you have to have a baseline level of knowledge of all genres, so no matter which artist steps through your door, you're prepared to be at their service. If you know me, you know that I love Phil Spector records, Jane and Dean, the Beach Boys, but that doesn't mean that when it comes to my career, that I'm not keeping up with what's on the charts, what's popular, what the kids are listening to, and what kind of music my clients are making. Otherwise, if I didn't do that, when the artist referenced, say, a song that's in the charts or an artist they want to sound like, I wouldn't be able to do anything with that information. And that is a sticky situation to be in as a producer or engineer. That's not a situation you want to be in. Of course, it's impossible to know every artist on earth, but know what's popular, know what people are listening to, so that when you have an artist reference these things, you're prepared. I would also say, and emphasize in a healthy, normal way, research the people you work with. To make sure they're not dangerous or weird or sketchy, but also so you can be at your best in helping them and being there for them. Know when their birthday is. Know which artists inspired them. And you don't have to keep all of this memorized. I keep record of these things so that when so-and-so comes through the door and comes to my studio, I don't have to constantly ask, what kind of music do you like? Like, what do you want this to sound like? Well, you know what? where did you go to school? Like, what do you do for a living? Since these people are trusting you to bring their creations to life, let alone paying you, do the research. Know a little bit about them. Show that you care. Remember things when they tell you about what's important to them, be it their family or their art, anything. Remember when they share something that's important so you can show them that you're more than a sound technician or more than just a for hired musician, and that you're a human being that's there for them and that cares for them. That's what's made the difference with the relationships I've developed as a producer. There are so many great producers in this town, and I love the records that my peers are producing. There are many talented producers and engineers in my city who I'm both competing with and rooting for. What I hope sets me apart more than a sound is the way I make the clients I work with feel. Shout out to my musical collaborator and lifelong best friend, Charlie. We went on this journey together and had to learn all of these lessons as a pair, and I'm so thankful that we got to go through that together. I'm sure there are plenty of lessons that I'll think of that I missed, and so this won't be the only installment of this video. I hope to make some sort of continuation on this topic as I continue to learn. So I'll probably make updates to this as I progress in my career, and I'll continue to share these lessons along the way. The journey of a musician and the journey of an entrepreneur is so rarely a straight line. There are ups and downs, peaks and troughs. It's not an easy thing to do. It's not easy to be in business for yourself. It's not easy to do art for a living. So to all of my peers in the music industry, to my friends, and to the ones that I don't even know, I commend you all. I know what a challenge it can be to be in this music industry, and I commend all of you and wish everyone the best that's following this crazy dream. Because God knows you gotta be a strong person to continue and thrive in this industry. So I have great respect for all of my musician peers, all of my entrepreneurial small business peers. I can't emphasize my respect enough. And so these were just 3 lessons. Like I said, I'll be back with more. And as always, I'll be back with more music content. I have so many ideas that I can't wait to share with you guys, and a lot of cool projects that I'm working on that I've had to be a little tight-lipped about, but that you'll see. I have some really, really beautiful music coming, some really, really interesting projects, and some amazing content with some amazing people. So stay tuned. I appreciate everyone who watches. God bless. I'll see you real soon. Thank you.